Hi, welcome. On this video, I felt it was appropriate to respond by way of, in the middle of my workout, to the Larry Krohn and Zach George situation. And here you have a situation where Zach George is complaining, alleging that Larry Krohn threatened violence on him if Zach shows up, as he's threatened to do, to an upcoming seminar that Larry Krohn is going to be hosting. And so Zach George went on, Larry Krohn's social media, got the ball rolling, asking if anyone knows the upcoming location of Larry's seminar to let him know. Because just like, again, he's shown with, Dog Daddy, about, encouraging people to, show up at other trainers' locations, go after, attack their businesses on social media, leaving 1-star reviews, based entirely on trash dog science. And again, I talk about this agenda that Zach is pushing, taking advantage of all the confusion in the dog training world, wants to legislate according to this force-free idea of things. Again, I talk about this has nothing to do with the welfare of dogs from the beginning. You can't even reconcile that statement based on what's currently happening in the dog training world, based on what Zach George is pushing. I talk about this. I talk about what training represents. And again, I had actually had the good fortune of jumping into Zach George's live stream yesterday. And I asked a couple of specific questions related to the application of learning theory, and even for him to qualify how he's even the criteria he's using to establish that the superficial responses that he's generating represent the perception of dogs are changing the way he thinks that they are. And knowing that he can't answer it because the criteria he's using within his framework of his permissive bribery-based ideology does not represent the core ingredients I talk about, influence and control. So brought into a interaction-based method, I'm very specific about why it is the dog training world is in the state that it's in. But going further here in terms of this Larry Krohn situation, so Larry got a little upset, obviously, with the threat of people showing up and protesting at one of his upcoming seminars. So he basically, because Zach had used that word, adversives, trainers that use adversives. And so Larry just responded, well, I'll show you some adversives if you show up here. And so Zach put out a video saying, well, I've been threatened with violence from Larry Krohn. But here's how I take a look at that. Number one is, according to Zach's interpretation of violence by way of his woke ideology, that could mean anything. It could mean, using the word no. It could mean, staring at someone too long. It could mean going into Zach's bribery based, safe zone with dogs. And it can mean anything in regards to tools. It can mean just about anything. I guess, Larry's saying, I'll show you what adversives are. Well, maybe he's just going to walk out and stare at Zach. I don't know. But the point of this is so ridiculous. Here's Zach George wanting to play the victim when he's the one that, engaged on social media, threatening to show up and protest and interfere in the ability for a trainer. Again, don't get me wrong, I'm not defending Larry Krohn. You see videos put out regarding Larry's confusion, how he's exploiting by way of balanced training. So this is what I talk about. This is this whole back and forth, trainers getting personal, threatening each other. Meanwhile, none of these trainers, Zach, Larry, I go through all of it, are confronting what the real issue is, and they won't do it. This is what is happening. So this is like something from a high school drama, play. This is what you're seeing, this type of behavior. So I just want to respond to it. Again, dog training world's coming apart at the seams. Zach George, interesting, took down that video yesterday live stream after I asked a couple of questions. He looked kind of thrown off, so I don't know. But people weren't happy to go on Zach George's, lame live stream and asks very specific questions, okay? You notice with him, he panders to a certain audience. He doesn't, he's a social media influencer, but he's an example of someone who's gotten away with this for years. And I put a lot of the blame at the feet of these confused, balanced dog trainers who have played the same, rigged system, playing both sides of the fence. So anyway, that's my take on it. Thanks for watching.